Hello everybody and welcome back to another What I Eat in a Day as a Fat Person reaction video. My guess is that someone is going to have a protein bar. Very basic guess, but we're going to see if that comes up. Please put your guesses down in the comments below and yeah, we'll just get into it. This may be a bit of a shorter video today. I don't have much time today, so hopefully it's a little bit shorter, but we'll see. Now, let's get into it.
What I eat today as a fat girl.
And she says we did some major fat girl activities today, so I think this is going to be an absolutely diabolical day of eating based on that statement. And she is currently holding two big cookies, two big smarty cookies with what looks to be ice cream in the middle. So, okay, let's go. Fantastic. Okay, great. Yeah, I don't think that's first.
I'm a fat girl, so I'm obviously starting the day with a donut.
I mean, you are a fat girl and you are starting the day with a donut. I don't know if that was to be a joke, but you're the fat one, to use your words, you're the fat one who is at risk of diabetes and you're continually eating empty processed, completely empty ultra processed refined carbs with sugar for breakfast whilst dunking it in milk after showing off those two cookies with, I assume, ice cream or fluff or something on the inside right before this. I don't know if those cookies were breakfast or if they were just taken from a different part of the day, but yeah, if you don't want to be viewed like that, then don't present yourself like that. There's no reason for anybody, whether you're fat or skinny or healthy or anything, to be eating a donut for breakfast. There's no reason for it whatsoever. If it's a special occasion, okay, fine, it's still a bad choice, but okay, if it's like your birthday or you've just graduated or whatever, then that's more normal, reasonable. But if it's just a random Tuesday, you don't need a donut for breakfast because it will lead you to having a physique like this, and if you want to look like that, then that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. You can make your own decisions, you can make your own choices, but I personally wouldn't want to live like that, so I don't have donuts for breakfast. So, and it's not like this is just a one-off for her. We've seen her dunk donuts in milk a lot in these videos, so it's clearly a habit that she engages in often, which is probably why she's super morbidly obese. So there's that.
Good morning. We are having blueberry and cinnamon pancakes with spinach and egg white frittatas.
They are enormous pancakes. Those pancakes are huge and they are absolutely swimming in syrup. Have one and don't have that much syrup. There's no need to have two. But they do look okay as they go if you just took away the syrup. It's like blueberry pancakes, fine. The fritters look fine as well. There's nothing inherently wrong with like fritters and stuff, especially if you make them at home, which I don't think she has. If you make, say, egg cups at home, again, that's a really good way of using eggs or eating eggs and being able to get in real protein and veggies, because you can just chop up your meats or veggies or whatever you want to use, put them in a muffin tin and then cover them with the whisked eggs, put them in the oven for about 12 minutes or 20 minutes, however long it is, I can't remember off the top of my head, bake them, and then you've got egg cups and you can eat those over the next 2-3 days, and they're really quick and easy to just grab and go. I used to make them for work a lot because I didn't like to make food in the mornings, or if like I'm going on a long drive that day, I might have 2 egg cups to fuel the journey, because if I eat and drive I feel sick. But if it's like a really long drive, like 5+ hours, then probably should eat something. But getting back to the video, this is excessive. You don't need that much sugar after eating a donut for breakfast. That's just not necessary.
There's also some red peppers in here. And then I have a peach.
Did you notice the difference between her face when she ate the pancakes and when she ate the fritters? You can just see the dopamine hits.
There's also some red peppers in here. And then I have a peach mango water. For lunch today, I made...
Oh, brilliant. So, breakfast was carbs and sugar. Perfect. Lunch was
Parmesan risotto with turkey meatballs and onion gravy, and then I had bell peppers with homemade ranch made with Greek yogurt.
so risotto with the meatballs, the peppers, and the homemade ranch. It's so weird that she's having like peppers like this, delicious by the way, peppers like this with homemade ranch with Greek yogurt with a risotto, which is like a normal portion as well. It's not like she's filled the whole plate up with 3 meatballs when she had a donut and 2 humongous pancakes that were swimming in syrup for breakfast. I wonder if the dichotomy is because she feels bad about what she ate for breakfast. And should she feel bad about it? Perhaps. But should she feel bad enough about it to then alter her habits later in the day? I don't know. But also, at the same time, if you eat badly for breakfast, you don't have to then continue eating badly throughout the day, because you don't ruin the day just from eating something you feel like you shouldn't have eaten. You can just jump back on the horse and eat healthily and you'll be fine. Just because you eat a chocolate bar in the morning doesn't mean you have to eat 10 more in the rest of the day.
Homemade ranch made with Greek yogurt.
Healthy.
They literally taste like beef meatballs. Found these at BJ's. I'm gonna try one of these cookies and cream yoo-hoos.
More sugar? 100 calories for that. Brilliant.
Not bad. Dinner tonight, we have mac and cheese, beef Florentine, and steamed broccoli. The spinach on there looks so good.
That meal does look good. There's a lot of mac and cheese, but the rest of it looks pretty good. It's funny how her lunch and her dinner are both actually quite healthy and choices that are good to make compared to her breakfast. I do wonder if she feels bad about the breakfast, and I'm not saying she should, but I do wonder if that's why her lunch and her dinner are so good, because the breakfast was so disgustingly bad.
The balsamic glaze really adds to it. To have one of these ginger ale cranberries.
There's 100 and something calories. That's got sugar in it.
It's my favorite time of the day. Dessert.
You had dessert for breakfast in the form of a donut.
And I made a s'mores pie. Oh my god,
Oh
that
my
looks
God.
so good. That is just what I needed.
So she's having, her day has been a sugar sandwich. She started the day off with dessert and she ended the day off with the dessert. So if you have your dessert at the very beginning of the day and at the end of the day, the body is too tired to count the calories. Did you know that? So you can just eat whatever you want and it doesn't affect you whatsoever. It's great. Did you know that, guys? It's really good, that.
So hot, but 10 out of 10.
So I don't know what that cookie sandwich in the first clip was. I don't know if she had that as well and she just chose to ignore it, or if she actually just kind of stole that clip from a different day. But regardless, her choices were awful. So we're going to see if the next lady is doing any better, and from the get-go we look like we are. That looks like a pretty, it looks like a what am I trying to say? It looks like an English breakfast, but not quite.
Here's everything I ate today as a fat girl who eats intuitively. I went for brunch at the table in Battersea and
That explains why it looks like an English breakfast. It's an English woman. There we go.
I went for their veggie breakfast, but I swapped out their sweet potato for hash browns, because why would I want sweet potato instead of hash browns? I also
Because sweet potato is delicious. The breakfast doesn't look horrendous, I must admit. So it's a veggie version, so this is going to be a veggie sausage. Avocado, delicious. Poached egg, delicious. This looks like sourdough bread, also delicious. Mushrooms, no thank you. Tomato looks great. Beans look like homemade beans. They're not just like baked beans that you get out of a tin. They look like butter beans. I'm not sure what kind of beans they are. They look good though. Spinach, fabulous. Veggie sausage, also pretty good. And 2 hash browns. I would get rid of those. And then that's a pretty solid breakfast, to be honest. Can't even lie. I would probably have more tomatoes as well, just because I quite enjoy tomatoes. But overall, this is not actually a terrible breakfast. It's going to be high, well, not relatively high in calorie, but this is going to be high in fats just because it's avocado. But avocado fats are really good, so there's no harm in that whatsoever. And poached eggs are the superior version of eggs. Like, let's be sensible now. Poached eggs are so good. And, what's it called? Sourdough bread is also great. Little smoothie, going to be high in sugars because it's a smoothie and it's fruit, but it's also going to be so tasty. I recently had a pear and mango smoothie, pear and pineapple? Pear and mango. And it was actually really good. I was actually quite surprised. I've never had a pear and mango smoothie before, and I had it in a cafe, and it was really tasty. Might have to go back and get another one. But yeah, I'm going to keep going. It's actually a pretty good breakfast, I must admit. Far better than the first woman, and I think this will keep her full for quite a long time.
Instead of hash browns. I also got this berry, mint and kale smoothie, and there was the option to add protein, so I did, because I had just been to the gym. And then I had a hummus and vegan chicken slice sandwich with lamb's lettuce and then some carrots. It was fine, nothing to write home about, but then...
I'm not surprised that her sandwich was fine, but nothing to write home about, because she's got vegan turkey, I think she said, vegan chicken, some kind of meat alternative. There's something wrong with these meat alternatives, but this sandwich is just sad because it's got the meat alternative in it with just a single type of salad, and then the carrot slices look pretty boring as well. So what she could do instead would be to have what she's got, so her alternative meat sauce, with the salady leaves, but then on top of that she could have chopped tomatoes with really finely diced onions, maybe even some bell peppers. That would be really nice. Some cucumber slices. Or if she didn't want to have the carrots on the side, she could have a normal, like a raw carrot, chop it quite finely and put that in the sandwich. It adds a really nice crunch, and carrots are tasty. But this is definitely an okay choice. It's not something that I would choose just because I don't like this sort of thing. It's a bit boring for me. I like variety of my veggies, but it's okay. Another alternative that she could do would be to have a tofu sandwich instead, if she wanted to have a sandwich, because you can get spiced tofu that is really nice. You could literally just fry it or put it in the air fryer or something, and then you can use that as like the meat alternative. It's a lot thicker and it's more filling, so she would probably feel a lot more satisfied after eating something like that rather than this.
With lamb's lettuce and then some carrots. It was fine, nothing to write home about. But then I had, oh my goodness, this is beef short rib with mashed potato, and I really wish I could say mashed potato properly, but I saw a video years ago where this guy said mashed potato, and now I can't not.
Yeah, okay, whatever she's talking about, who cares? So this is a humongous portion of mashed potato, and she's eating meat here, so I don't know why she had the meat alternative. Of course you can have meat alternatives if you eat meat still, but if you are a meat eater, stick with the meat because it's kind of better for you, to be honest. In my opinion, I obviously can be wrong. I'm not an expert in this. I'm not a nutritionist or a dietitian or anything like that. These are just entirely my opinions. But that is an enormous portion of mash. My partner once said something to me fairly recently, actually, that really kind of changed my outlook on stuff. And he said that a portion of like mashed potato or chips or something is one potato, because a portion is one potato. How many potatoes do you think that is? 2? 3? That's way more than one potato, unless you've got an absolutely gigantic one, but then it's now live, it doesn't count. So she's eating too much, and I don't mean that like meanly, but it is too much of a portion. Learn what a serving size is, and it will change your life. And I truly genuinely mean that. I don't mean that in like a jokey snarky way. Learning how to portion food and what actually is a portion is so important. If I remember, I will take a photo of my overnight oats that I've got in the fridge. I'm in an overnight oat kick at the moment. The portion looks tiny. It looks really, really small because it's in a Tupperware container because I'm taking it to work. It's 30 grams, no it's not, it's 40 grams of jumbo oats with 30 grams of sultanas or raisins. And it looks like a portion that you would give a small child, but that is a portion of oats. It's quite shocking to see. If I remember, I'll put a picture in, but if not, I do apologise. So, yeah, learn what a serving size is. You'll be shocked, and it will make weight loss a lot easier, and it will keep maintaining your health also a lot easier.
Say it. Same with spaghetti and meatballs. It's always spaghetti and marbles. Anyway, I didn't make this. My friend made this, but it was outrageous. She also made a dessert of brownie pudding, which I had never heard of, but it was really tasty. Okay, bye.
That looks so good. I could not have that in the house. It looks really good though. I would love to try something like that. I could not have that in my house. I'd have to give that away. There's no way. Because I would eat all of it.
Everything I eat in a day, week 3, 75 soft.
She's one of my favourites because she frustrates me so much. But her videos are so fascinating. Her sweet treat is clearly already in the video. Her and her sweet treats. Crazy. 75 soft. So 75 soft is a baby version of 75 hard. So I don't know all of the rules, but you're supposed to cook and then read a chapter of a book and exercise at least twice, once outside or something. I don't know. It's supposed to be making healthy habits, but I think it has its uses. But I think some people can just go a bit crazy with it, and to make it a little bit easier for yourself is fine. But yeah, I don't know enough about it to make a real opinion on it, to be honest.
7:27. I have to go into the gym. I have a body pump at 7:30 and then a yoga class, but I'm drinking my Oxy Shred with some coconut water. I figured because I'm not super hungry, I should drink some electrolytes, so I have that in here. And then I have like a little protein bar for in between the classes because I know I'm going to be starving.
I will say that when you're super morbidly obese, you don't necessarily have to worry about electrolytes to do 1 or even 2 gym sessions. You just don't. Have some water and you'll be fine. And if you know that you're going to be starving in the middle of 2 gym sessions, don't bother with a protein bar. They're basically chocolate bars. Go for a banana or a protein shake if you have to have something that's got protein in it. But you'd be better off of having 2 bananas or a banana with 30 grams of peanut butter. When I used to go to the gym, as I have previously mentioned, I didn't eat beforehand. I would wake up at 5 o'clock and I would be in the gym by 5:05 because I was very fortunate that the gym was literally a 30-second walk away from where I was staying or where I was living. So I would wake up and be in the gym literally within 5 minutes. And then I would do my 3 hours of exercise, go home, have a bowl of oats with a protein shake and be done with it. I didn't feel the need to eat beforehand, but I know everybody is different. And now when I go to the gym, when I say go to the gym, I mean go to my home gym that I have in my house, then I might have a banana about 30 minutes to an hour before I exercise. But I don't feel the need to go and have a protein bar because they are chocolate bars and they are not going to fuel you just because it's got protein in it. It's an ultra processed form of protein. It's not going to fuel anything. And if you're hungry and you are genuinely hungry because you've not eaten anything, don't start your day with something ultra processed. Have something substantial to eat. And she's not even had water yet. She's had this concoction that she thinks is good for her. And it probably is good. Don't get me wrong, electrolytes are great. Especially if you've got diarrhea. They make you feel much better. They can rebalance your body if you've been poorly. But if you're super morbidly obese and you're going to do an hour of exercise, you don't need electrolytes. If you're running a marathon or you're going on a really long hike, perhaps. But even when I've been on long hikes, I've been 8-9 plus hours, I've never had electrolytes. I've had water and food. So, I don't know. Everybody is different, but I've never ever felt the need to buy electrolytes. I think that's crazy.
In between classes right now.
This is a protein bar. Get in my belly, peanut butter and jelly. Okay. 190 calories. You can have 3 eggs for that. 12 grams of protein. It's got 12 grams of protein in it. This is a chocolate bar. 12 grams of fibre. It doesn't tell you how many sugars are on the front, does it? No gluten, no dairy, no soy, no something oils. No seed oils. Brilliant. I'm going to see if I can find this actually. I want to see the sugar in it. So I have found it online. $30 for 12 bars. That's nuts. And we're going to try and find macros on it. Oh, what does this say? Okay, so what are we looking at? It's got 8 grams of fat, 3.5 grams of saturated fats, which is actually pretty high. It's nearly 20% of your recommended amount for 1 bar. And then we've got 24 grams of carbs, which is pretty high. 12 grams of fibre. The fibre is pretty high, but you can get that from, an apple, which is not going to be $30 for 12. Actually, I take that back. It very well might be. I don't know the prices of apples in America. I have no idea. It's not that expensive here, though. total sugar is 7 grams, includes 6 grams of added sugar. Wow. That's a lot of sugar, my friends. That is a lot of sugar. Yeah, no. This is not something that I would ever choose to eat. It's, in my opinion, a gimmick. And they're like, oh my god, we got protein. We're so good at protein. And we're super, super tasty. Just buy us, we're really good for you. Super healthy. And also, it's comparing, okay, look, there's a picture here. It's comparing a peanut butter and jam jelly sandwich to the protein bar. So the PB&J has 390 calories compared to 190, 18 grams of fat, 48, 23 grams of carbs, and 18 grams of sugar, and 8 grams of sugar. Now, that is entirely dependent on type of bread, how much jam, how much peanut butter, blah blah blah, obviously. But what do you think is going to make you feel more full? Protein bar? Sandwich? Which one could constitute perhaps a meal? Protein bar or a sandwich? Is it the best sandwich in the world? No. Is it tasty? Yes. Is the sandwich most likely going to be more tasty than the protein bar? I would say yes as well. Just because something is lower in calories doesn't mean it is better for you. And there are many avenues of why that may be the case, but in this specific example, this is not going to keep you full. There's no way on this earth you are going to be full from a protein bar. I don't care who you are. You're not going to be full from a protein bar. You may be full for a little bit longer from a peanut butter and jam sandwich if you use something like a sourdough or a seeded batch loaf or whatever it is. If you have this when you're hungry and you are still hungry after you've eaten it, chances are you're going to go and eat something else. So you've only got 200 calories leeway between the protein bar and the sandwich. You very well may go out and eat something that is over 200 calories to fill you up because you've only eaten a protein bar. Therefore, eating the protein bar plus whatever else you've eaten because you're hungry adds up to more than if you'd just had the sandwich in the first place. So, and also, just because you can have a protein bar, you don't necessarily have to compare it to a peanut butter and jam sandwich. Do you know what else is really, really tasty? A banana with peanut butter and jam on it. You don't have to have bread. You can have it on a banana. You can have it on apples. You can have peanut butter and jam on so many things that are not bread that will fill you up and fuel you more for an exercise than a protein bar would. Just because it's lower in calories doesn't mean it's healthy. There are so many other options that you can choose from that are good for you. You don't have to go for something like a protein bar. They're expensive for nothing. Just eat your real protein. Eat real food. If you eat your food, you'll feel less hungry. And it's more fun. I like to eat. All of these women like to eat as well. And we know that because we can see that. Don't waste your time and money on protein bars.
So I'm going to have one of these.
That was a really long sidebar. Forgive me. I talked a lot about that. My bad.
This is really good.
Yeah, it's a chocolate bar. I'm not surprised it's really good.
I don't have time for a big breakfast, so I just made a piece of avocado toast with ham and egg on sola bread.
Her breakfast was the protein bar. Or was that a pre-breakfast snack?
No.
But her breakfast of this is not actually half bad. It's not. It's pretty good, to be honest. Did she have avocado on it? Yeah. So avocado, ham, and the egg. It's a fairly solid breakfast, to be honest. I'd have that except the ham. I don't like ham.
No.
She should have had that without the protein bar. So she's had 190 calories for nothing. For nothing at all. 190 calories wasted for absolutely no reason whatsoever. She could have had, if she had not eaten the 190 calories of the waste of space protein bar, she could have instead had probably 2 eggs and some more avocado, or 2 eggs and some more ham, or an egg and another slice of bread. There are so many different options that you could have had that were better than the protein bar. And I'm sure there are some protein bars that are genuinely fine and good for you and whatever, but that I don't think was one of them, in my personal opinion, as a non-expert, just as a viewer with opinions. But yeah, I wouldn't do it.
No, I am not going to eat the entire tub of this, but this is fresh ground peanut butter with honey from Fresh Time, and this is what I'm gonna have.
Don't put that fork back in that container.
It's so good. We went to our
I actually kind of low-key triggers me when people do that. Homemade peanut butter is next level. It's so tasty, but I truly hope she did not put that fork back in that container of peanut butter, because if she did, she contaminated the whole lot. Even if she was just going to share that with her husband and her child, it doesn't matter. Do not contaminate food with utensils that you have licked. Just don't do it. Just don't do it.
It's so good. We went to our favorite Mexican.
Also, how many spoons of that did she eat? Because you have to count things that you just taste and lick and nibble on. The calories of those add up to that little forkful of peanut butter. Bear in mind it has honey in it as well. We don't know how much honey it's got, but that very easily could have been 80, 90, 100 calories. They add up so fast.
Mexican market, and I got an elote en vaso with some hot Cheetos.
No idea what that is.
10 out of 10.
Oh, the elote, that's sweet corn, isn't it? Sweet corn with mayonnaise? Or sweet corn with... is that cheese? With hot Cheetos. Well, the sweet corn's good. The rest of it isn't so much.
10 out of 10.
It's got hot Cheetos
And
in
we're
it.
sharing the best horchata.
Best one.
And then we're sharing a vanilla-filled...
Vanilla-filled churro. Oh my goodness me. Goodness gracious me. Sugar and sugar and sugar. Why did you bother go into the gym?
churro. These are so good. Dinner at my parents' house was grass-fed burgers with homemade fries. So yummy.
Just because it's grass-fed doesn't mean it's good. I mean, it's better, don't get me wrong, it is. But if you just cook it in oil, it's basically the same thing, in my opinion. This burger bun is humongous compared to the burger, and the chips look fine. It's a more normal portion than we saw of the mashed potatoes in the previous video. Make the burger nicer by having some more veggies in there. The red onion is great, but have some like lettuce and tomato and stuff like that in there. Kind of like what we've got in the back here. But again, as I said in the previous video, if my loved one was super morbidly obese and say even on a weight loss journey, not on a weight loss journey, doesn't matter to me, I would not be making them burgers like this. I certainly wouldn't be giving them chips. If I was going to be making burgers, then I would make the burgers from scratch, because I like to do that regardless. I would probably bake the buns as well, because again, I enjoy baking. And they would have salad and grilled veggies on the side, because that is what I would be feeding my family. As I've said, I want children, that's what they would be getting, quite frankly. Yes, they can have chips and stuff, but not all the time.
This was not part of the plan, but I got a McDonald's chocolate chip cookie. I got one for my toddler, and...
You don't need to go to McDonald's. You don't need to take toddlers to McDonald's either. It's unnecessary. Just give them real food. And was that burger not enough? That burger was humongous. Was that not enough food for the day? You've already had churros. You don't need cookies as well.
This is life. Just got home, and honestly, guys, I'm really
God.
starting to feel like crap. I'm just not in the mood. So I'm gonna have some chips and pico.
Because that's going to make you feel better. The chips are going to make you feel much better because they have healing properties.
Look at how fresh it is. It's our favorite. I have an orange crush. This is the zero sugar.
Healthy.
I'm gonna get some judgment for this,
God.
but I went to the store and got Cinnamon Toast Crunch because that's what I wanted to eat.
She actually went out to the shop to buy a cereal, then come home and eat it. That's wild. I would never. I could not afford the petrol to waste fuel driving to the shop to buy cinnamon crunch toast, to buy a cereal or anything that I wanted just because I was craving it. Learn to say no to your cravings. You then won't be going to the shop at some god only knows what time to get sugary, ultra processed garbage carbs that are going to do nothing for you except increase your risk of diabetes when you're already super morbidly obese. How much sugar do you need in a day?
I literally did so good the first 2.5 weeks, and then the last 2.5 weeks I suck because of my luteal phase, my period, everything. So
Stop blaming everyone else and everything else We are mostly, in my audience, we are mostly women. We all have cycles. Well, most of us will have our cycles. We've all been affected by it. Most of us get our period around the age of 12. 10, 12, 14. We've been dealing with this for a very long time. Even if you are only 18 years old watching this video, chances are you've had your period for at least 4 years. We know how they affect us. We're grown women, we're adults, we know how to handle our behaviours and our actions when we're on our period. You cannot blame your period on, well, you cannot blame everything that you do and all your negative behaviours on your period. It does not work like that. Have to learn how to control yourself. I know it can be really difficult. I also get snappy on my period sometimes, and I also don't feel like doing things. I don't want to cook. I don't want to eat a bowl of veggies if I am craving brownies. I don't want to do that. But also, I am a rational human being, and I know that I am going to feel like absolute trash if I eat a bowl of brownies. So instead, I will eat the vegetables, and I will have a portion of brownies later on in the day at dessert time. I don't need to go out of my way to get in my car to go to the shop to buy a pack of brownies that I can come home and eat all in one go. I don't need to do that. Stop blaming everything else for your failings in this case, because if you do that, you will never get any better. You have to learn how to hold yourself accountable for things, because if you don't hold yourself accountable, things won't get better, because you will continue to blame everything else. And if it's everybody else's fault, if it is everything else's fault, it's your period, it's the weather, it's because, I don't know, the moon cycle, then how are you going to control that? You can't control your hormones because the hormones happen to us. That's how it is. You cannot control what phase the moon is in. That just happens. So how are you then going to make better choices if it is the fault of the moon, or if it's the fault of your hormones, or if it's the fault of the weather? Learn to take personal accountability, otherwise you will never get any better at anything.
So that's a goal of mine next month, to work on that. I didn't count my calories yesterday. I honestly woke up feeling so ashamed. It's amazing how food can make you feel guilty. And before anybody comments, because I get this comment a lot.
There is no need to feel like shame per se. But the fact that she never takes accountability is probably adding to that, because deep down she does know that these are her choices and she made bad choices. She knows that, and it is okay to admit, I made bad choices today. I need to do better, and I can do better. I know I can do better, so I will. There's no shame in that. Everybody messes up. We all screw up. We all make mistakes. That's fine. That's part of what weight loss is. We've all been there before. We know what it's like. But to make trash choices, to then put it on the internet and make excuses that just are nonsensical, and she makes excuses all the time. Whenever she makes bad decisions, she always blames something else. It's a period, it's the cold, it's whatever. I was feeling down, I was feeling sad, I was feeling this. She does it all the time, which is why she's not losing weight. I've never seen in any of her videos her look any different. She looks exactly the same in all of her videos. The fact that she does that is the shameful bit. She just cannot take personal accountability for her food choices, and it's down to her. She is a grown woman with a child. She has the ability, or she should have the ability, to control herself and say no to having cereal in the middle of the night, or say no to having the second cookie at McDonald's when you've already had churros in the day. It's down to her, not everybody else. It's her.
That I'm rage bait. I promise you, I would rather get 0 views on all my videos and be able to lose 50 pounds naturally. That would be my goal, okay? So
she probably would get a lot closer to her goal of losing 50 pounds if she didn't consistently need to have her sweet treats. Every single video that I've seen of hers, literally every single one, she's having a sweet treat at some point or other. I don't want to give up my sweet treats. Well, don't then, and don't lose the 50 pounds either. I don't mean to sound harsh or mean, but that is the crux of the matter. She refuses to give up her sweet treats, she refuses to eat better, and she continuously eats out and goes out and gets takeout. So of course you're not going to lose any weight, because those habits, the sweet treats and the eating out, were the habits that got you to being super morbidly obese. So if you continue to do them, you'll continue to be that weight. I don't know how to make that any clearer. Weight loss, when it comes down to it, is actually really straightforward. Eat better, move more. And I know people hate that phrase, but just change your diet, stop eating garbage, and you will drop weight. I don't understand why they think it's so complicated. It's really not. Oh, and get rid of the protein bars as well.
Before you jump to conclusions and think I'm doing this for rage bait, I'm not.
I also don't think she's doing it for rage bait. I genuinely think she eats like this. And I think she probably has snacks and stuff that she doesn't show us, but I think she is probably one of the most honest people that we see in these clips. I genuinely believe that. I do think she's being honest. It bothers me because she eats badly and she doesn't have to, and she's so close, but she always trips at the first hurdle, and it frustrates me. But I do think she is relatively honest with us and what she actually shows. And I'll give her credit for that, because not many of them are.
I don't like sharing my imperfections and my flaws online, but I do it because I'm helping others. You guys are helping me, and it's my time of the month, so I just went wild and crazy. I feel like I binged because I just kept eating whatever I wanted.
I'm going to have to mute that word, by the way, because YouTube doesn't like it, which is fair enough. It's their prerogative. But yeah, again, blaming the period. I know it's hard. I know it is. I like chocolate as well. Not so much, but, you know, every now and then, a couple of times a year, I want chocolate on my period. Doesn't happen often. Always makes me feel sick afterwards. But, yeah, been there. And you can say no. It's okay.
And it's okay. It's a new day. I'm gonna keep going. There's no point of weighing yourself on your period or when you overdo it, because you're just gonna gain weight. So I will weigh in next week, and it's a new week to try again.
I mean, I think she is somewhat right about not having... There's no point really weighing yourself on your period, but at the same time, if you're going for consistency, say you weigh yourself every Thursday, you know your period is going to come every roughly 4 weeks. So if you continue to weigh yourself weekly, including your on your period weeks, you know that on your period, the week before your period, the week after your period, however it affects you, you're going to go up in weight slightly, and then you're going to come back down. Seeing that continual fluctuation, the going up, coming down from our hormonal changes, maybe a bit desensitizing as well, so it could be a good thing. You see it go up, but you don't panic because you know it's your period. And then you see it come back down, and it kind of reassures you that everything's okay, everything is normal, this is how we are as women, this is what happens. Her saying, oh, you just ignore it, well, it's not the solution, really. Because what if normally, if you weigh yourself every week, you gain, I don't know, 2 pounds on your period. This week, you gain 6 pounds. You know it's not just your period. You know something's up. Maybe you ate more carbs. Maybe you've gained weight. There's nothing wrong with weighing yourself on your period or when you've eaten a lot of carbs the day before, because you'll know the cause of it, of your weight gain. There's nothing wrong with that. It's probably a good thing to get used to it. And she says that she's helping people and other people are helping her. I imagine she deeply dislikes criticism and telling her, maybe stop eating out so much, maybe don't eat your sweet treats all the time. Have you considered that? I imagine she hates those comments, and yes, there are nicer ways of saying it, but the crux of the comment is the same, irrespective of how it's packaged. I bet she loves people telling her that she's doing a great job and not to worry about it, and she's doing so well. And I don't see how she is helping people, because she's not achieved anything. If you want help with something, you're probably better off watching somebody that's achieved it, or at least making visible progress. She looks exactly the same, as I said, in every single video. So I don't know if she's actually lost weight. I would say no. And I'm going to cut this video now, because I've been rambling for a very long time, and my mum started hoovering. So I hope you can't hear that. But yeah, overall, it was a bad day of eating for her. And the excuses irritate me, because it's just... She will never get any better if she continues to make excuses like that. And that goes for everything in life. If you're making an excuse of the fact that you're not studying, you then won't be able to force yourself to study, because everything will be, well, I don't want to study because it's cold outside. It's exactly the same. It doesn't work like that. You either study or you don't. You either lose weight or you don't. Either eat healthily or you don't. And if you hold yourself accountable, it'll be a lot easier for you to do. So yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. And I felt not aggressive in this video, but I felt quite sharp in this video. So I do apologise if I've come across like that. I didn't intend to, but it just frustrates me when people talk about things like this and then they just do everything wrong. Well, in my opinion. And then try and do the mental gymnastics to make it okay. Well, it is okay because it's her life, but also it's not okay because people are watching her and using her as inspiration. And thinking they can go out and eat out all the time and buy takeout and eat sugary nonsense all the time and lose weight. And you can't. It doesn't work like that, unfortunately, especially when you're already morbidly obese and you don't understand hunger cues. So, That's just my opinion. But anyway, thank you for watching. I did say this was going to be a shorter video. I was wrong. We're at 40 minutes. So, yeah. Thank you for watching if you've made it this far. I do truly appreciate you being here, and I do hope to see you in the next one. Please let me know down in the comments what you liked and what you didn't like. And yeah, hope to see you in the next one. Bye, guys.